1,200 meters above sea level, set in the tropical climate of the equator, sits a jewel to the world that many has come to know as the Pearl of Africa. Uganda, Africa, covering some 236,580 square kilometers of the East African region surrounded by the Great Lakes of Central Africa, is known for its beauty and splendor. Inside of its corridors lies something even more splendid. Uganda, the home of 5 royal kingdoms, in which one is ruled by the youngest monarch to be crowned in world history. Brace yourself as we take you on a journey through the royal kingdom of Tooro. Alongside the Central African Rift Valley, Uganda has long been recognized for its green vegetation, astonishing tropical climate, and its undeniable calm. A young Winston Churchill in 1907, a recent inductee to Great Britain's Parliament, had considered this fertile land a fairy tale, stating it was a beautiful garden from end to end, leading him to grace the title, the Pearl of Africa, in this bounteous land. Uganda's rich history is said to date back 50,000, perhaps 100,000 years, according to Paleolithic evidence of human activities. In more recent history in particular, from 1000 BCE to 500 CE, these inhabitants would experience a great influx of migrants from Western Cameroon as part of the largest migration in world history, the Bantu expansion. The Bantu-speaking people migrating from the western region of Africa had begun to settle near the Great Lakes of East Africa. It is believed that the farming is one of the reasons many have claimed to be the reason of such migration. Towards the turn of the 14th century, the Bantu people will introduce to East Africa a Western African concept of kinship. Uganda's first kings were of the Batembuzi dynasty, of which little recorded history is known. Preceding the legendary Batembuzi dynasty came the Bachwezis, who reigned until the 16th century invasion by the Luo people, who then established the kingdom of Bunyoro Kitara. It wasn't until the 19th century that one of Uganda's 5 remaining kingdoms would rise. The year was 1822. Omukama Kaboyo Olemi I, the eldest son of Omukama of Bunyoro, Nyamutukura Chabambe III of Bunyoro, succeeded and established his own independent kingdom, the Kingdom of Tooro. The Tooro Kingdom will go on to gain worldwide recognition in 1995 upon the crowning of the world's youngest king, His Royal Highness Oyonyimba Kibamba Igururu Kidi IV, the reigning Omukama of Tooro. Present-day Tooro Kingdom is much like many other metropolis areas, set in the heart of Fort Portal town with neighborhoods, districts, schools, industries, modern infrastructure, and social economics and political institutions. With a population of 2 million that mirrors that of the Omukama of Tooro, His Royal Highness King Oyo, comprising of 70% youth under the age of 35. Yes. Tooro is located in southern Uganda, encompassing the Chenjonjo, Bundimbunjo, Kabaroli, and Kamwenje districts. A kingdom very rich in agriculture, housing a number of exquisite tea estates, boasting amazing tourist attractions, is rich in traditional culture and have an abundance in natural resources. Kilembe copper mines, set in the heart of Tooro Kingdom's Kasese district, in the foothills of the Rwenzori Mountains. Located just a few kilometers from the equator on the southern border of Uganda's Western Rift Valley. Mining at the Kilembe copper mines began in 1956 and ceased operations in 1972 due to a drop in copper prices. During the peak of the mining activities, these sites yielded 16.2 million tons, grading 1.98% copper, from which 270,000 tons of blister copper was produced. 20th century mining on these sites was focused on eastern deposits, with the idea of reserving southwestern deposits for future developments. After nearly 3 decades of being closed, a once vibrant manufacturer and smelter of copper is once again preparing for rehabilitation after a recent investment of 400 billion shillings, which is equivalent to 175 million US dollars, from the Asian firm Tibet Hema Company Limited. It is believed that copper isn't the only natural mineral covering the 58 square kilometers of these grounds. Kingdom officials and local residents alike believe Kilembe is endowed with other minerals as well.
Recently, I was reading in the media that there is huge quantities of aluminium which are being found now in Busoga region. And who knows, there may be something like this here or something different. Cobalt was not known until they began mining cobalt within the residue ore of copper. So, and they had thrown this earth away, but this was to be found later on.